You know what's crazy? Is that without this, practically everything else wouldn't exist. 95% of the stuff here wouldn't be a thing. Think about it.
Warning, the following video has a bunch of opinions, okay? Opinions on anime. Video is not meant to be taken that seriously. Everyone has different views on anime. We're just having fun.
I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. I have a list of animes that I feel like I have to watch. The anime community is one of those communities where I'm just like, it really teaches you the value of having your own opinion. It really just... I always wanted to do this video called pre-rating anime, or just rating animes that I haven't watched yet. Because it'll be funny to see if I'm proven wrong hilariously, or am I going to be disappointed. Hopefully I'm not. Everything is on this list is that you know that is not here is either an anime I have seen, or an anime I've known already enough that I don't feel that I don't need to watch it anymore since I know the whole thing. Or just animes that are so underrated that is under my cheeks. Remember, these are opinions and pre-rating them too. So if I'm wrong, you can laugh at me. That's fine. As you can see, there was no 10 because no show's perfect. So we got a 9, almost perfect. 8, really good / fantastic. Or it's basically like 8 is like I really like it and it's really fire, but it's not a 9. Like it's not almost perfect, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Neat, pretty good, like cool, alright. And alright mid is like I tolerate it, you know? It's tolerable. Very tolerable. That's what I should change it to. Tolerable / mid. And we're starting off with One Piece! I love we start out with the biggest anime. I remember going to conventions, and there's always that one anime that takes over a majority portion of the anime cosplays. One time I went was Demon Slayer Hashira's, and now last time I went to a convention, it was literally nothing but One Piece characters. It was like... at least half of the anime cosplays were One Piece characters. I think because it's easy. I don't blame y'all. But also One Piece is overrated. Now, actually, we'll say I only seen 6 episodes. Like a year ago. And I barely remember anything. From what I hear, it is iconic, but falls flat or falls like a steep at some places. But because it's so long, there is a lot of worth it qualities in this thing, despite how long it is. There's a reason it works well, despite how long it goes. Gotta be at least no more than an 8. No, like at least an 8. 9 is like for me, it's not my favorite, but my top, what I consider top. There's a difference between your top and your favorite, you know? Like Dragon Ball is one of my favorites, but it's nowhere the top, bro, because it has a lot of problems. Even its peak era had a lot of problems. I'm looking at you, Cell Saga. You literally could have solved your problems if Future Trunks found a way to Namek. It can't be almost perfect because I have a feeling there's going to be some parts that are a bit overrated. Or some parts that are going to be fine. Like, things are going to be like, oh, it's good, but a lot of people hype it up a bit much. So I'm just going to leave it here. If I'm wrong, laugh at me. I'd be happy to be proven wrong, okay? Ninja Kamui. Now, I don't know if this is an anime or anything, but I heard it's, like, recent. I'm hearing it's neat, but I haven't heard anything. I'm gonna leave it here because I have no idea what people... I haven't heard enough opinions to go off of. I'm not gonna say I follow people's opinions and it's gonna go my go-to. It's just from what I'm hearing, you know? From what I'm hearing and what I feel like it's going to be. No Game, No Life. This is... I heard it's neat. I heard it's cool. I'm just gonna give this a 7 because I heard it's pretty good. Toradora, I've been hearing this for a long time, but I never heard actually people talk about it. Like,
Pausing it right here. Little talk. Toradora. This is just my opinion, okay? You can argue with me if you want. Best high school anime love romance thing ever. I highly recommend it. If you haven't, go watch it.
I've seen it on my radar a lot, but I never hear about it. I feel like I'm gonna tolerate it. When I say 6, it's not bad. Because people think when they say mid, it's bad. No, mid is the middle.
I know all y'all TikTok infested kids are gonna hear the word mid and be like, he thinks it's trash! Mid means the middle. It's aight.
If I'm wrong, laugh at me. City Hunter, it's this one of those... I have a fascination for older aesthetics. I mean, a lot of us do, but like, especially for anime, I really would like to go into older anime. City Hunter, it looks cool. Again, I'm picking these at random. Some of these I pick at random. So if you're just like, I never heard of this anime, well, because I pick it at random. That's what I did in high school. Judge me all you like for how I watched anime back in the day, but whatever. The thing is that the aesthetic alone could be an 8, but the show could be a bit, like, lackluster or alright. Like, alright. It's pretty Cowboy Bebop chill, but not in the same quality, you know, in the same level, nowhere near. So I'm gonna leave it at tolerable for now, because I don't know, I haven't heard anything. Villain Saga, I heard, you know what's weird? Villain Saga is one of those animes where it's like, you can tell it's popular, but it's not at the same time. Like, it's well praised, but you don't see it as advertised as other animes, like JJK or something. Which, by the way, I think is a bit overrated. JJK I have to rewatch because I have no idea why it's like, is it the best thing ever? I doubt it. I don't know about that. I feel like it's going to be an 8. No doubt. It's going to be an 8, no doubt. Bungo Stray Dogs, I've been hearing about this for years, but I have no idea what people think of it, so I'm going to leave it at... I have a feeling I'm going to really like it. I'm going to leave it at 7 for now. Swim Club, that swim anime that people like. I'm hearing it's either a fan servicey, the opposite factor, or it's just neat. Again, I picked these at random. I'm gonna leave it as... okay. I could be proven wrong, but sometimes I'd like to go below hand, because I have a feeling it could definitely be a 6. But if it's a 7, I'm glad I could be proven wrong. Prison School... Okay, I heard this anime is wild in a funny way. I heard this show's kind of goofy, so... Oh, really goofy. So I'm gonna put this... No, wait. I'm gonna leave it at 7 because I think I would really have a funny time. You know, I'm gonna have a fun time just making fun of it, or just having a laugh with it because how goofy it could be in terms of concept, you know. Spy Family. I've been hearing it kind of falls off a bit after the first half, but it's pretty great, and I really wanted to see it. Now, here's the thing. If I choose to watch a show sub or dub, that's my choice, okay? We're in a free country, so leave me be, okay? To people who only use subs only, but the mean kind, you know?
Sub only, nothing else.
I'm like, bro. Do you realize the reason why you're here today as an anime fan is because the generation beforehand watched TV on English, all in dub. Most of them, or a big chunk of them. You gotta be thankful for the dub fans, okay? Think about it. Look at Toonami. I'm gonna watch this in dub. I don't care what you say. I don't know about Anya's voice though. I guess I'll find out. I'll think about it, but I'm really watching the show for sure. I feel like, okay, I heard it does like Luster, but I feel like I'm gonna really, really like it. I feel I'm gonna really like it. Classroom of the Elite. I feel like it's gonna be Toradora. I think I'm gonna like find it mid. I'm gonna find it tolerable. Maybe I don't get the concept. I haven't know what the concept. Don't tell me anything. I don't want to know anything. Okay? I literally like the last time this happened to me because when I did that, I watched Arcane and I had a ball. So I had a ball time. So yeah, HE Hockey Sticks Paradise. It's one of those shows where people talk about it for a bit, or I've seen it advertised, and then no one talks about it after that. I'm gonna leave it as a... I don't know, because I think I might be okay with it. I tolerate it, but I don't think it's gonna be... Yeah, again, mid isn't bad. Code Geass. Now I heard this is goated.
Code Geass! Also godlike!
I heard Code Geass is really... It's one of those older animes that is... Not a lot of people talk about it, but when they do, they heard it's goated. I'm gonna have to leave this at a high 8. If it's as good as everyone says, if it's like a 9, it's a 9. But I'd rather be proven wrong than be disappointed. So, but I heard this is fantastic. I heard this is spectacular. Elfen Lied, I heard it's great. I'm gonna probably leave it here or here. I feel like Elfen Lied is the type of story that it's gonna unexpectedly surprise me in some ways. So I'm gonna probably leave it at an 8 for now. Unwanted Undead Adventurer. Basically what Guts would have been if he was a zombie. I don't know about the show. It just looked... Something about it appealed to me. Like, looking at this appealed to me. So I'm just like, okay, neat concept. Don't tell me anything if you've seen it. I'm gonna find it as pretty okay. Although it could surprise... I'm gonna leave it here because I feel like it'll be much more neat to watch than all of these. So... I don't know. This could be a high 6, and this could be like a low 7 or something, or mid 7. I have no idea. 86. Again, one of those animes that I've seen a lot, but nobody talks about it, or not a lot of people. Barely anybody talks about it. I feel it's gonna be a 7 for now, because the amount of people react to it. Soul Eater. I heard it's like mid or really great. I'm going to put it a 7. I have a feeling because the way people are saying it, I'm just like, huh. Again, this is me finding the average, or not average, the good amount of middle ground to see what I feel like the show could be. Fire Force. I heard it's mid, pretty neat to Fire Force. From what I'm hearing, it's probably gonna be weird. It's probably gonna be weird. I feel like it's going to be one of those animes that I would really dig the concept and its lore, but I have to skip a lot because I have to skip a lot of the watermelon. Cool, fun concept, guys, but you know, stuff happens. You know, they exist. ReZero. I heard it's really good or really depressing. I heard it's really depressing. I feel like I could put an 8 for now. Maybe its strengths, maybe it's gonna be like AOT, where like its strengths really hit. Project Blue Earth SOS. Again, I pick these at random sometimes. I don't know why. Something looking at it kind of appeals to me. If it, whatever you feel about the show, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. I just feel like we're putting random stuff on here because they kind of look appealing to me, the aesthetic. I'm gonna leave it as a 6 for now because I have no idea. I'm gonna probably tolerate it, but it's gonna probably it looks like a cool concept. It probably reincarnated slime, bro. I know about the isekai concept, but I have no idea how this thing is still talked about. I haven't heard if it's good or not, but I keep hearing it about it. Like I keep hearing reincarnated slime. I've seen it all around a lot. So I'm gonna probably leave this at a 7? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, Hunter x Hunter. Okay, here is a big one. I feel like it's kind of like Villain Saga to me, where I don't see it advertised as much, but when people talk. It's like a weird middle ground between a lot of people talk about it / I don't see a lot of it around at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but Hunter x Hunter, I heard it's goated. I'm gonna leave it as an 8 because it could be goated, definitely. I don't know if I'm ever gonna put a 9. I've just put it there because I put it there. Blue Lock, I heard it's a neat concept. I heard it's a cool concept. I'm gonna leave it as I don't know. Okay, I have my fair share of sports anime. By that I mean just one sports anime. Oh wait, I put this guy in 7. So I'm gonna leave it as a 7 for now. Love is War anime, Kaguya-sama. I heard it's cool. I heard it's great. So I'm gonna leave this as 8 or 7. I don't know, because it could be great, but I feel like the drama might annoy me. I don't know, but I think that's the point. So I'm going to put it as an 8 for now. I'm going to leave it as an 8. Let me go backwards, okay? I kind of want to go backwards for a second. Okay, this girl, I have been seeing her cosplay so many times, and I'm like, what anime is this from? Because apparently people cosplay her as much as people talk about Hunter x Hunter. I'm like, bro, what is happening? Neon Genesis Evangelion. And I'm hearing it's a classic, but it kind of steeps off a bit in the end. I don't know, that's what I've been hearing. And again, older anime aesthetic, appealing to me. I'm gonna leave it as... It's probably gonna be like Pokemon or Dragon Ball, where it's gonna be like, it's great, but maybe some executions of how they handle things is gonna be a bit lackluster or fine. So I'm gonna leave it as 7 for now. Dr. Stone, not goated, but I've been hearing it's great. Maybe the lore might get me, would be interesting. I have a feeling it's gonna be a really, really high 7. Okay, Brotherhood. It's claimed to be the best anime to ever exist. Or, as Westside Live would say it, the ideal anime. But I haven't heard not a single person say that. So it's definitely an 8. At least. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot, it's probably gonna be like Arcane where it surprises me. Where I'm just like, oh, it's actually way better than I thought it would be. Or it's actually better than it is praised. Looking at it just doesn't make it seem that all. But then again, I'm proven wrong. Again, I'd rather be proven wrong. And this could be very up there. I have a feeling the way everyone's hyping it up, it's gonna be very up there. But I don't think it's gonna be like JJK where it's like, it's great, but it's not like number 1. I'm gonna leave it as a very high 8 for now. Overlord. I heard it's kind of mid. I heard it's alright. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. I could be wrong, but whatever. Same thing with a lot of fantasy type anime, like the ones people talk about. What's it called? Fluffy Paradise. Again, I pick these at random. I don't know why. I just go all over the place and pick them at random. If it's trash, fine. But I'd rather check it. But I feel like watching it. Okay, watching bad experience is still experience. Deal with it. At least you know what not to do in an anime. It looks pretty cute. Okay, I have no idea. I'd rather be proven wrong in a good way. Mr. Villain's Day Off. Looking at it looks very interesting to me, so I'm gonna leave it. I want to put it as a 7 because everyone looks cool. So I'm probably just gonna leave it as a 7 due to like how the concept would work. Slam Dunk, I heard it's a classic sports anime. I heard it's great, classic. So I'm probably gonna be a 7 from what I'm hearing. It's probably gonna be a 7. Probably gonna be great. Oh, I don't know because some of these I might have to switch. I don't know. Shield Hero. Same thing as Overlord. Probably gonna be mid. I heard it's tolerable or great. It depends who you're talking to. Erased, I heard it's fantastic. I'm gonna for 7 or 8. I heard it's really fantastic. So I'm probably gonna leave it as a low 8. Probably. Bleach! I know people who actually watch Bleach, but it's probably gonna be a 7. Because again, long road, but is it worth it? Pretty worth it, but is it good worth it? I don't know. To Your Eternity! It's one of those animes where like you hear about it for the first season and get all the praise, and then after that, no one talks about it. Like no one, you don't hear about it anymore. Okay, you're gonna see a lot of animes here that does the same thing. I know what the first episode's about because someone won't stop giving premises to me. I don't want to know anything. We'll just leave it. I'm gonna leave it as at least a 7. But the premise seems so promising. Your Lie in April, I heard it's great, but I don't know. I heard it's fantastic. I know it's hypocritical to make this video in the first place, but it's just a fun experiment, okay? It's just a fun idea because I can look back and I'll be like, oh wow, all of these are fire, or all of these are trash. Blue Exorcist. I heard it's okay. I heard it's fine. I don't know anything about it. I don't know, like, I don't have a feeling about it. Because there's a difference between knowing context and the other being, I have a feeling that this might be mid or good or bad. I don't know. Haikyuu, I've been hearing about this so much. Not a lot, but enough to be like, okay, this is a pretty big name, or a household name. If this is like Kuroko good, then it could be at least a 7 for sure. It could be an 8, but I don't know if there'll be parts where it's very lackluster, or like One Piece where it just kind of hits down. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh. Sorry, bad pun. Do I put a 7? I don't know! Okay, I feel like it's gonna be a 7 because it's a pretty iconic classic. Also, I'd like to know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like because it'd be interesting. So, because y'all are with your Pokemons, and I don't know, okay? The only Pokemons I hear over the last year is Gengar. Y'all yap about Gengar. I can do a whole video about that. Food Wars. It's just food corn. I want to put it as a 7 because I think it would be really funny. I think I would have a laugh because I've seen scenes of it and why it's a meme. But I don't want. I think I might enjoy some of the parts that people don't talk about. So I'll probably give it a 7 for sure. Nagatoro. Again, like To Eternity. People talk about the first season, no one talks about it after. It's like they kind of fell off. But it might be tolerable because I have a feeling that their relationship might be interesting to be a 7. I don't know. I might leave this as a 7. I have a feeling. I don't know why. Kill la Kill. I'm hearing that the main character looks like my sister. I heard it's great. So I have a feeling this could be an 8. But I might put it as, I'm gonna put an 8. I'm gonna take a bit of a bold move. Put an 8. Alright, let's go back. God of High School. I heard a bit about it. I heard it's neat. I'm gonna leave it as a 6 because I have no idea. Forum High School Host Club. Okay, I've been hearing people talk about it. There's a fair amount of people talk about it. I heard it's great. So I'm gonna leave this as a 7. As a very, very high 7. Solo Leveling. It's the new big hit now. Not BTS, relax. I'm afraid that this might be like, I feel like for me it's gonna have the same effect as Chainsaw Man and JJK. Modern Shonen has become so generic now. Where it's like, oh no, I mean, it's always been this way, but now for me, it's more the edgy shonen now. It's become more edgy now. And a lot of the show could have great character-driven stuff, but it's very lore-driven execution-wise, if you know what I mean. JJK really rails that into you. No pause. It legit just does that. And I'm afraid Solo Leveling might have the same effect, where it's like, oh, power up, and then lore, power up. And great characters in the meantime. Like that's weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the characters in both shows. It's just that character-driven, and you know that, but you can't help but feel it's very lore-driven. That's the best way I could explain it. Again, I might have to rewatch those shows again to understand, to check if I'm right or not. But Solo Leveling, I might have the same effect, so I might give it a 7 because it could be cool. Look, if I'm proven wrong, it's probably because there'll be a lot of great character moments that outweigh a lot of the lore stuff. Yu Yu Hakusho. I heard it's a classic. I'm gonna leave it as an 8 because I feel like I might really enjoy this. But I feel like it's going to be a 7. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as an 8 because I think it will also be really fun to watch. Samurai Champloo. I heard it's great. I'm gonna leave it as... I feel like it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a high 7. Gintama. I heard this was goated. It's like long, but goated. So I'm probably gonna leave it as an 8 for sure. I don't know if it's very high or mid 8. I have a feeling it would be mid 8, but I'm glad to be proven wrong. Zom 100, that other one that came out recently. I'm probably gonna put it as 7 because concept-wise, it's gonna be neat. I would more than tolerable. I feel like there'll be times where maybe because the animation-wise, I don't know what it is. If I'm wrong, I'll put it as 6. I don't know. I guess I'll have to look back. My new boss is Goofy. Just the title alone is like, okay, I have to watch it. Even if it's trash or something, I'd rather try, okay? But I might be a 7. Bocchi the Rock. I heard this won an award or a nominee. I don't know what this was, but this was a nominee at least. I have a feeling this is gonna be a lot more emotional than I think it would be. I have no idea why I feel that way. This is a high 7 for sure because I have no idea what it's about, but I feel like I heard almost no one talk about it, at least from what I've seen. Death Note. 8 for sure. I feel like whatever layers, Shrek onion layers of storytelling they add in this is probably gonna be great. I do know I've been here, unfortunately, the internet. I heard about some things. I've come to become aware of what happens in this show, at least some of the stuff. Only a handful, a couple things, and don't bother asking because I don't want to ruin it for anyone else. Steins Gate. I heard it's great. I'm gonna leave it as a 7 or as a high 7 because I heard Steins Gate is really, really good. High 7. I have a feeling it's great, but not as enjoyable. Like, it'll be great, but it's weird. I don't know how to... It's great, but not fun. It's almost like Spider-Man 2. You know? It's the best one out of the 3, but it's the least enjoyable one. Sailor Moon. I really want to watch Sailor Moon. I feel like it's gonna be a 7? Because it's like Yu Yu Hakusho, but this is a bit older, so I might have a bit less quality storytelling. But I think it'll be really fun. So this might be a really high 7, and Yu Yu is gonna be like a low 8. I have no idea. Moshly or whatever they call it. It's basically the Harry Potter of anime. Interesting concept. I'm probably gonna leave it. I'm probably gonna leave it at 7 for sure. Best case scenario, 7. Goblin Slayer. I've been trying to not put this. I know what happens in the first episode that bugged me to the point of never talking about the show again. You know what happens if you know what happens there. But I'm here, it's really good. But I really hope this is not the case of like whatever that show is, that I hear it's popular, but the show is wild and not in a good way.
We got Paul Cosby and we got Rudy Kelly. I never seen a more perfect duo. That is your cousin. All I want to see is Rudy Kelly in the chat.
I'm gonna leave a 6 to be safe because I have no idea. This might be like Berserk, where it's not like in the same qual level or anything, but like Berserk in terms of depressing. It's like, oh no, it's dark. You're trying to be edgy. I'm like, what? Ippo. I heard it's a classic. I might have to give this a 7 for sure. Parasite the Maximum. I heard it's fantastic. A high. You know what? I'm gonna leave it as a low 8. Now I have a feeling this could be a low 8 or a high 7. No, I'm gonna leave it as a high 7. I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. Again, I haven't watched these yet, so if I'm wrong, okay, this is a prediction list. I thought it was a fun experiment, okay? Don't at me. Ranking of the Kings, again. First season, people talked about it. Fell off after, because no one talks about it. This could be a 7. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of strong stuff that I'm really gonna like.
We got the man himself!
Atosai the Manslayer. Let's go.
Ryuri Kenshin. It inspired Corey Kenshin, so be thankful for that, guys. Also, I know people who really, really love it. Going to put this as I have a feeling it's a high 7, but I'd be glad if it's a low 8. You know, it's a high 7. Bunny Girl Senpai. I've been seeing this character for years, and I never really got around to it. You know what it is? It could surprise me to be. It probably has a neat story that I would not expect. So I'm gonna put it as a very, 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 very low 7. I don't know. Tokyo Revengers. From what I hear, it's about the 12-year-olds like unrealistically boxing each other, like it's Fight Club or something. It's gonna be a high 7 because I feel like it's gonna be so weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have a weird experience with it. JoJo. 8 for sure. I hope it's as good as people say it is. Black Clover. Now, from what I'm hearing, Black Clover is mid, or alright, or good at times, or has its moments, but not all that. I only heard one person I know personally that really liked it, so I'm gonna put it as a low 7, for sure. Mob Psycho, high 7 for sure. This is a high 7, but could easily be an 8. You know what? I'm gonna put this as an 8. My Hero, an icon for last. And I say this because I've been seeing My Hero Academia. The influence alone, or at least the popularity, since I was in high school, bro. For many, many years, I've seen this take over. This is why we hear about My Hero Academia. It's great, and it has its greater points, but after a certain point, it just kind of becomes a roller coaster, from what I'm hearing. So for that, I'm gonna leave this as a very low 8 because I feel like the strong points would really hit. My anime pre-watch tier list. Oh yeah, by the way, I got these at like, when I was out of town, I got these. Look at it, immaculate, immaculate. Totally not creepy at all. Alright, so we got a few more animes that I'm gonna list out to get out of the way. So, Witch in the Beast, just look, I don't know, something about looking at it just appealed to me, don't know. It looks like an interesting story. I might give it a 7. I might give it a 7, probably. Case closed, I've seen this around a few times, but I don't think anyone ever talks about it. But I have a feeling it's one of those things where it's very overlooked. This could be a 7 too. I could be wrong. Frere, no, this is one that people are talking about. I think it's also be a 7, probably. Fist of the North Star could easily be, is an old one, is a very old one. Old but gold, so I assume it could be like a 7 as well. I feel it's gonna be a 7. Gurren Lagann, I've seen this around a few times. I heard about this show for a bit. I feel like this is gonna be like 7 too. I can send some generic anime plots. Apparently, if I'm seeing it's a Gundam show or something, I guess I'll find out. The last Gundam related thing I've seen is freaking Darling in the Franxx or something, whatever. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. This might be the closest one. If this counts as an anime, I have a feeling this might be the closest it'll ever get to a 9. I have no idea why. I have a humongous feeling that I'm gonna have an arcane reaction. From what I'm hearing, the show is really depressing. So, it will left you feel empty, so. Now, I don't want to be that guy where it's like, just because if it's too depressing, it will be like a 9 or 10. No, I'm not saying that. It's just how you handle the story, you know? So, but I won't be surprised if this is a 9. At best, it could be a very low 9 or a mid 9. I really want to give this a 9. You know what? I'm gonna leave this. Oh, this might be the only one to get a 9. But then I'm putting this over every other anime you like. But this is my opinion, it doesn't matter. So, again, I could be wrong, you know? This could be an 8. You know, I'm gonna leave it as a very, very, very high 8. Because then, when I'm proven wrong in a good way, I'm like, wow, this is better than I thought. You know what? I'm gonna leave it as an 8 for now. I'm gonna leave it as an 8. I'm gonna leave it as an 8. I have a feeling, I'm more of an 8 feeling now. It's gonna be a very high 8. Yeah, that's really it. Yeah.